Hey anime fans, are you tired of searching online for your favourite anime? Well, introducing Crunchyroll. With thousands of titles, ad-free streaming and new episodes weekly, it's your ultimate anime destination. Sign up now for your free trial using the link in the episode description, the show notes, where you'll find a whole world of anime to dive into, introducing new ones to you, new fan favourites, or pop culture hits such as Demon Slayer, Attack on Titan, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, One Piece, and a whole lot more. Dive into Crunchyroll where anime lives. Hey fellow anime lovers, my fellow weebs, are you looking to add some flair to your collection, your everyday style, be it casual, dressed up, or whatever? Then check out Chibi Weeb merch on Etsy, my Etsy shop. Down in the description you'll find a link to the shop when you'll find adorable anime enamel pin badges, cool stationery, and a whole lot more. We've got your anime obsession covered, and we're based in the UK, but we ship worldwide. Shop now down in the footer and let your inner weeb shine with Chibi Weeb merch. That's Chibi Weeb merch on Etsy, your go-to for all things anime accessories. Hello everyone and welcome back to Chibi and Chill the Anime Podcast, and this week it's been week 2 of the new spring 2024 anime lineup. So a lot of new anime started this season and it's quite an eclectic mix with, I would say, the spring season looks to have a more romantic kind of twist to it, which is quite nice. We see a lot of the cherry blossoms come out, it gets to be a little bit more playful and fun, so it kind of fits that theme. But this week for the podcast, I wanted to do a little bit of a different kind of format. So, with so much new anime coming out and so many to check out, a lot of our watch lists get a little bit too full, and I've had to make a separate list on Crunchyroll, a new Crunchy list for specifically spring anime that I'm watching, try and keep track of it, try and stay on top of it, and I thought this episode, I've watched the first episodes of 5 anime from the spring 2024 lineup, and I thought I'd do a review of them to see whether they're worth you checking out, or if you already have, see if our thoughts kind of line up, see if you enjoyed them, if you didn't, if I did, if I didn't, that kind of thing. I've watched a bizarre mix, I have to say, but they're ones that were already on my list anyway to check out, and then ones I thought I would try just because they're slightly different to what I would normally go for, or ones that, why not, I'll try them. It's every anime is worth a go, right? Every single anime is worth a go no matter what, but sometimes it can be really difficult to decide whether to start that new anime, dive into that new world, those new characters, and it can be really exciting, but sometimes if you're like me, I need to catch up on so many seasons, so many series, and I have my anime bucket list challenge as well that I'm already trying to do as well. So choosing another anime, an additional anime to add to that very big list can be quite daunting, and it can be a little bit of, not a chore, and I don't want to say it's a chore, but it's scary to then, what if I don't carry it on, have a waste of my time? But it's super fun in the process, trying to dive into that new world, dive into those new characters, and you never know, it could be an anime, you could discover an anime that you absolutely adore, and it could become one of your new favourites. So this week, I've watched the first episodes of 5 new anime, and I want to show my review, my thoughts, and whether you think you should be adding it to your watch list this season as well. So let's dive into the first anime, and that is God's Games We Play. So before we dive into the review for God's Games We Play, I'll run through the little blurb off of Crunchyroll so you can kind of get an idea of the vibe of the show and what the overall premise is. So in a world of idol gods, humans are forced into brain challenges with them. With 3 defeats, gods lose their right to challenge, while 10 victories spell human triumph. Faye, determined to achieve the impossible, enters the ultimate test of wits against the gods. Will he defy divinity, or is he just another loss in the making? So this one has fairly mixed reviews on Crunchyroll from what I've had a look at, but the first 2 episodes are good, I would say. I enjoyed the kind of different concept that it has, a kind of challenge of gods against these kind of fairly seemingly simple games, but the players kind of look at them in a very more in-depth way than what I think I ever would. And it is fun. Hopefully the games get a little bit more dramatic or kind of have a more dangerous or higher stakes kind of vibe to them as it kind of develops. But however, I did enjoy it, and I like an anime that is a little bit different. It's a little bit more playful, and it's not quite so much a stereotypical genre of an anime. So it's a little bit fun. The animation is really nice. It's a mix of kind of sci-fi, a little bit of magic, a little bit of that deity, godlike vibe to it. So it's fun. I think I will be getting back with this one. I think I will be carrying this one on potentially weekly. I may be picking this one up. I might add this to my normal viewing schedule. So definitely out of 10, what would I give it? So far I'll give it like a 7. I think it's good. I always think it's hard to judge an anime, 100% judge an anime until the third episode. That's when traditionally something big happens in the storyline to make us kind of really clean back and get the full vibe of the anime. So one more episode to go, but so far I would say this is a 7 out of 10 for me. If you're into Liar Liar and No Game No Life, this could be an anime that you should check out. The next one on this list is Bartender, and Bartender was one of the anime that had so much hype around it, and honestly, I can tell why. So, before we dive into the review, the blurb for this one is: at Eden Hall, each glass has a story. A quiet bar lies tucked away in the streets of Tokyo, and it seems only the most desperate souls, burdened by their own troubles, manage to find its doors. But after a glass of God poured by the brilliant bartender Ryu, they leave renewed. Ryu has a gift. He knows how to soothe the soul with the perfect drink. Who will he meet next? And this one has such a cozy vibe to it. It's got a lot of like ASMR vibes, a lot of the like tinkling sounds, a lot of like tingly sounds. It's got a gorgeous animation to it. And this one it's like a great example of that next generation of animation and next generation of the kind of visuals that can be produced now by anime studios. If you're into one that seems a lot lower stakes, much calmer storyline, much more easy watching, I guess, with the mixing of the drinks, the explanation of the drinks and why it's perfect for that person, and kind of that whole kind of bar vibe, but it's so rich in colour and bougie almost. It's so nice. Definitely check this one out. There's only one episode out so far, and the first episode left me urging for the next one. I need this next episode. So very excited for this one. 9 out of 10. Definitely add this one to your watch list. The next one on this list is quite a departure for me, I guess, from an anime perspective. It's called Oblivion Battery, and it's a sports anime. So this one is all about star pitcher Haruka Kiyohime. I'm so sorry if I butchered that name, but Haruka and skill catcher Kai Kaname were an unstoppable duo until Kai was hit with a curveball, which was amnesia. Now they have a second chance to play at a no-name high school with a team of past rivals. Can they overcome Kai's memory loss and rekindle their baseball dreams? With hilarious hijinks and fierce competition, get ready for a strikeout. So, this one, I tend to, apart from Blue Lock, I don't really dive into sports anime. It's not something that it's not a genre that really ever truly pulls me in. But this anime is by Studio Mappa, and I have to say, I know there's a lot of controversy around Mappa and the studio as a whole. Their animation does pull me in. You know, they're known for making Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan. They have heavy names under their belt, so I had to check it out. I think overall it had a good first episode. The story is kind of interesting with the whole amnesia kind of moment. We've got a good little like hinkling of the depth of the friendship between the first two characters. So that was really nice to see. It's got a hidden kind of emotion in there, which I'm sure we'll see unfold quite a bit as we kind of go through this character story with amnesia. It's funny, it's cute. I'm unsure if it's enough to keep me watching week by week though, however, but this could be just because it's quite a new genre for me. I don't watch sports anime, but if you love sports anime, this could be right up your street. So definitely check this out if you're a fan of Haikyuu, Blue Lock. There's so many sports anime that I know are so good, but I don't know, they just don't do it for me. But this one could be the one that changed it. Apart from Blue Lock, that one totally hooked me, hook, line, and sinker for that one. I loved Blue Lock. And just on a side note, the Blue Lock movie is coming soon, so cannot wait to see that before season 2. But this one had a good first episode. I think out of 10, I would say 6 out of 10 so far. It doesn't pull me into watching the next episode. However, I will be checking it out because, like I say, I can't 100% judge an anime until episode 3. If you're a gamer, much like me, then why not check out Razer? You can find a bunch of accessories from mouses, keyboards, headsets, mouse mats and more to the bigger stuff like gaming laptops and desktops. Over on the Razer website, linked down below, you can shop a whole host of gaming accessories from the Chroma range, which is all colourful, which is my favourite stuff, to more sleek black stuff, including even their own merchandise, clothing, bags and accessories. There's something for everyone. The link is down below for you to check out and shop. So this next anime is quite different in terms of the previous ones we looked at, which is Unnamed Memory. And this one's blurb is: seeking to end a curse thwarting his lineage, Prince Oscar sets out on a quest that leads him to a powerful and beautiful witch, Tinashe, and he demands a unique bargain for getting to the top, which is marriage. Though unenthused by the proposal, she agrees to stay in his castle for 1 year while researching the spell cast upon him, but beneath her beauty lies a lifetime of dark secrets that soon come to light. This one is fun and it seems kind of cute. It's got it's got a fantasy style anime with magic, royalty, and the witch, or witches, I guess. And it's an interesting story. I kind of like the idea of the curse and the kind of cute witch. I wish the witch had a more witchy aesthetic, but I kind of like it. It's kind of nice. It's cute so far. I don't think it'll be a standout anime for me, but I do think it's enough for me to return so far, at least for episode 2. I do want to know what happens when she gets to the castle, or when they get to the castle, and I'm interested to see how that kind of dynamic's gonna go. I don't know if I'll be watching it week by week, like as the episodes kind of release. I don't know if it's enough from that perspective, but it is definitely enough to kind of keep it going. Maybe I'll have like 2 weeks off, watch 2, have 3 weeks off, watch 3 episodes. That kind of pattern to watch it, I think. But definitely a fun one. If you're into, it's not an isekai, but if you're into that kind of magical, kind of royalty, old world kind of anime, this should definitely be on your list. I think out of 10, this would be a solid 6 out of 10, potentially a 7, depending on the next episode. And yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how the animation kind of goes. The animation for this one is fairly average. It's not amazing, but it does have moments where it's like, oh, that's nice. But the magic that they kind of cast from the hands looks fairly standard from any other isekai that you've kind of watched, or any kind of other magical anime. That kind of like circular, geometric-y kind of style to it. So it's nice, but I think more has to come from the story for this one to really shine. Now, the last anime that I watched for this episode to give you guys an idea of whether you should watch them or not is Windbreaker. And Windbreaker was one of the anime that was so hyped. I think this one, alongside Bartender and Kaiju number 8, which is coming next week, I think, is one of those that is so hyped, and so many people are excited for it. And this one, let's run through the blurb and we'll go through it. I've got a lot to unpack with this one. So, welcome to Furin High School, an institution infamous for its population of brawny brutes who solve every conflict with a show of strength. Some of the students even formed a group, Bofurin, which protects the town. Haruka Sakura, a first-year student who moved in from out of town, is only interested in one thing, fighting his way to the top. This one was, from the very beginning, it's kind of dubbed as Tokyo Revengers, but with a better protagonist. If I'm honest, I agree. So, don't get me wrong, I loved the first season of Tokyo Revengers. That was so good, and I got so into it. After it moved to Disney Plus, I completely forgot to watch the second season, and that's not the anime's fault, is it? But it doesn't. Tokyo Revengers wasn't enough to pull me back into for a second season. It didn't do enough. This episode of Windbreaker, however, wow, this had an amazing first episode. One, the main character, Sakura, looks awesome, right? He's got a different colour split hairstyle. He's got different coloured eyes. It's awesome, okay? It's so good. And the animation, whoa, it is so good. The animation had a kind of Zone 100 kind of vibe to it. It looked very, very similar to that. And I loved that anime, despite all the controversy with the delays and stuff. That was an awesome show. And this one, it grabbed me right from the beginning. This is one of those anime that I think has the potential to be one of those anime that a 24-minute episode feels like 5 minutes, and you're kind of gagging for next week. Definitely check this one out. This one, 10 out of 10 so far. Is that too much? That means it's perfect. 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10. It's so good. This one, yes, it's very focused on the fights, on the brawls, on that kind of idea. The fight here, the show of strength is definitely a fighting anime. But definitely, if you're not into that, just give it a go, I have to say. Give it a go. It's worth checking out just for one, the opening is awesome, the ending is awesome. Definitely, this one is one that I will be watching week by week as soon as the episode comes out. I mean, not at 3 a.m. If it comes out at 3 a.m, I'm not watching it at 3 a.m, but I'll watch it the next day. But yeah, definitely check this out. This one is probably my favourite so far of the new season of anime for spring 2024. So those are 5 anime that I've watched the first episodes of, so you don't have to, and you can kind of judge from those reviews and ratings whether you want to add them to your watch list or whether you just kind of want to focus on some other anime from the seasons that are coming up. Still coming up, we've got Kaiju number 8 I think that releases on Saturday. It released on 13th of April, so that is after this episode has launched, but I think that one is without a doubt the most hyped anime for spring 2024. On Crunchyroll, you'll see the banner already for it. You can watch the trailer. So I think there's a lot riding on that anime, and I think I'm a little bit nervous because it's so hyped. I think it's always a little bit scary when they hype it so much, but cannot wait to see that one come through. As always, if you haven't got a subscription to Crunchyroll and maybe you're thinking, damn, I really want to watch all these anime and I haven't got an account, in the show notes in the description for this episode, you'll see a little link where you can sign up for a 7-day free trial to Crunchyroll, where you can check out all this anime that I've mentioned and hundreds, if not thousands, of titles more of anime. Dive into these worlds with Crunchyroll. And thank you so much for supporting the podcast. Thank you for being a listener. It really does mean a lot. The podcast is getting so much support at the minute, so very excited. Thank you so much and enjoy watching this new season of anime. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of Chibi and Chilled Anime Podcast. Thank you so much for every listen and download. It really does mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. From one week to another, thank you. Please do leave a rating and a review on the podcast platform that you're listening on this to. It really does support the show. It only takes a few seconds and it's free. I cannot ask. If I ask one thing of you, I'd ask that. Please do leave a rating and a review. Even if it's not great, please let me know. It's even a bad one. Well, bad press is always... what's the saying? Any press is good press, I guess. Oh, that rhymed. So a rating and review would be great. It really does support the show, so thank you so much for whatever kind of review you do leave. Sometimes finding a birthday card or an occasion card can be a boring task. However, I have some anime themed cards on my Thortful.co.uk creator profile, which is found in my links on social media. Over on Thortful, you'll find a bunch of anime themed cards such as Studio Ghibli Happy Birthday cards and more, with my range being updated regularly. Each card is processed by Thortful.co.uk, with shipping being fast, quick and efficient. You can shop my anime themed cards over on my Instagram, with my links being over on there. Search Chibi Weeb Anime and you'll find me. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for checking out the podcast. It really does mean a lot. Please do leave a rating and a review down below. It really does support the show and it's free to do. I'll see you next time. I'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend. If you're a subscriber or if you're thinking of subscribing or starting the free trial on Apple Podcasts, I'll see you on Sunday for the next episode of the Chibi Piece exclusive Apple Podcast exclusive episode on Sunday. Thanks guys. Bye bye.